Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Into the Unknown. In the last episode we started on a small island, and we've built up a church, and moved and pitched our tent right here in this little valley. We got some livestock and got the basic resources. Basically, we got started. If you haven't watched it yet, you can go and watch it now. First of all, we need some more resources. And we will do this on Y level 11, because there's the highest chance that we can get diamonds. So I dug 2 tunnels all the way from the cave down to Y level 11, one with water on the bottom, so we don't take 4 damage when we drop down, and one with a water elevator, so we can get up quickly. I'm now here in my testing world to show you how this water elevator works. So basically, you have one water block in the top, and it flows down to the bottom. You place a soul sand or soul soil block on the bottom and fill it up with kelp. Because kelp converts the water into source blocks, you can put a bucket of water onto every level if that's what you fancy, but I prefer using kelp because it's way easier. And when you remove the kelp again, you start to see these bubbles going up, and when you go into the water, you get shot up, and it gets you back to the top really fast. Let's get to the farm we want to build. We want to build a farm for these angry fellas over here, Hoglins. As you can see, they do pack a punch. Because we want good spawn rates for the farm, we will build the farm up on top of the nether roof, so we don't have to worry about spawn proofing, and have the AFK spot way up in the sky. Getting to the nether roof is actually quite simple. You have to dig up and find a piece of bedrock that's at Y level 127. Place some ladders all the way to the top. Look right into the corner in the top and throw your ender pearl. And then just press forward in space and you're on the top. The farm design is from Raceworks. I will link his video in the description below. It's actually quite simple. We have the fungus, and the Hoglins are afraid of the fungus. So they try to run away and they run right into the lava. And we put the fence post on top of the fungus, because if the Hoglins spawn right on the fungus, the Hoglins get confused and sometimes get stuck in the corners, so we'll have the fence post on top of them. This is the mentioned AFK spot. The highest block is on the building limit, and I've put a chest down here so I can store my items when I AFK, because experience shows that you're not always safe when you're AFK, and I don't want to lose all my items, so I can store them in this chest. If you want to go deeper into the mechanics of this farm, you can watch the video from Raceworks. Because some of you were asking who or what Luke is. This is Luke. And another one. It's time to upgrade our livestock. This time with chicken. Smelting by hand is just annoying. So we will build a Supersmelter with an input chest and an output chest with bamboo as automatic fuel. Let's jump to the test world, where I can show you the design. This right here is the Supersmelter. We have an input chest up here on the top, with a line of hoppers running across, and an input chest for the fuel here in the back. Out of the hoppers in the back, there's a comparator powering a block, which is powering the redstone torch, running into the repeater and through the redstone, which is locking the hoppers. Of course, there's a line of hoppers running on the bottom, picking up all the smelted stuff and putting them in the output chest. When I put the iron and some coal in here now, you should see the redstone lines blinking once in a while, because they unlock the hoppers. And now, all the furnaces are working simultaneously. Next up is the bamboo farm. This is a very resource-friendly automatic farm, because you have only one observer, with a line of redstone powering all the pistons. So when the observer detects the change in front of him, which is the case when the bamboo is growing, it powers all the pistons, breaking the bamboo, so it can get picked up by a minecart running on the bottom. This minecart, of course, needs to be unloaded. And for this, there's an easy solution, this unloader. The powered rails are not powered when the minecart is unloading, so it will stay there until it's finished unloading and start again. So it can pick up bamboo, come back to the unloading station, and drop the bamboo there. This is the result of the Supersmelter in our valley. One of you was kind enough to hint at me that I've built the altar wrong. So basically there are two rules in Exodus 20 verse 22. First off, don't build the altar out of hewn stone, which I of course did. And secondly, don't use steps. So basically, there are only two rules, and I've got them both wrong. Oh, there's another cat. Let's get this one too. Man, that's one hungry cat. Finally. Next up, we needed some blaze rods. So I went to the nether, found a nether fortress, which is quite boring for you to watch because it's just running around, and got to the blaze spawner. While we are in the nether, we might as well trade with the piglins. They really like gold and give pretty useful stuff. With the blaze powder we got from the blazes and the ender pearls we got from the piglin trades, we can now make our Eyes of Ender so we can find the stronghold and defeat the ender dragon. So let's go try and find it. We have done it. We've defeated the ender dragon. Now we get the dragon egg, and we can roam through the end. As you can see, if you hit the dragon egg, it just teleports away. But if you dig the blocks below it, and put a torch down, when it falls down, it drops itself as an item, so you can still get it. I make my way to the end cities, so I can get some good loot and hopefully an elytra too. I forgot how scary it is to bridge over the void. This is a really big gap. I use like 2 stacks of blocks. I will show you. Here are some of the highlights from the end raid. I have built our connection to the nether roof, inside the rock above the valley, and it is just so satisfying to fly down from the portal down to the base. Oh, the fields aren't looking good. Let's see how much food we got. Only 9 breads left? I think it's story time. There was a famine in the land, so Abram went down to Egypt. And that's exactly what we are going to do now. We are going to go to Egypt. And Abram thought to himself, my wife is a beautiful woman, and the Egyptians will kill me when they see her, so they can marry her. But if I lie and say she's my sister, they may go well with him. So he lied, and we will cover the consequences in the next episode, because we can't finish the story now. The fields of Egypt. Isn't this just a nice view? But of course, these fields didn't generate naturally, so I've built them up, and we'll jump right into the next time-lapse of me building the fields. While you are watching the time-lapse, please consider subscribing to support me and get notified whenever a new video comes out. Thank you very much. I promised you the first mega build, and of course, this isn't Egypt without a pyramid. So I made a map 128 by 128, and this is the template for a pyramid. So let's get started. To make sure everything aligns, I first cut the outer lines, and then made sure everything aligns in the middle, which it thankfully does. But unfortunately, that's all I have time for today, so I see you all in 2 weeks. Have a great time, and see you. I will just stand up here and enjoy the really nice view. For 2 weeks. Surely.